Hi, how are you doing? I hope well. Well, today we are going to study present simple, okay? So, listen. I watch TV every night. She listens to music every single day. Then we have, for instance, they have lunch at 1 p.m. He plays football on Saturdays. All right? So, as you can see, the present simple affirmative, we use, for instance, the main verb. In this case, the example is the verb read. Okay? So we have singular and plural pronouns. For example, I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. So remember that with I, you, we, you, they, we use the base form of the verb, in this case, read. But when we talk about he, she, it, we use reads, okay? We add an extra S, yes? So, for instance, then you are going to practice this, but just for practice, you choose the correct option, okay? For instance, I play or plays football on Sundays. If we talk about I, we use play, of course. He walks on the beach on Saturdays. What do you think? Yes, of course, we use walks, okay, because we are talking about he. I jump or jumps on the grass. Yes, of course, jump, the base form, okay? So then you read the following sentences and you choose the correct option. Yes, remember that when we talk about she, he, or it, we add an S to the verb. And here are the rules for the third person singular. That is he, she, or it. So how can we use the verbs according to how they finish, how they end? In general, that is group number 1, yes? We add an S. For example, work, works, eat, eats, play, plays, swim, swims, write, writes. If the verbs ends in a consonant plus a Y, so we cross out the Y, and we add IES, okay? For example, we say study, studies, cry, cries, try, tries, spy, spies, fly, flies. All right? And finally, what happened with this group? When the verb finishes or ends in O, SH, TCH, X, double S, so we add ES, okay? This is the case of go, goes, wash, washes, watch, watches, mix, mixes, kiss, kisses. So, pay attention to these rules because they are very, very important when we write sentences in the third person singular. When we talk about he, she, it, we use the verbs, we add the S, the IES, or the ES according to the final verb, yes, or the how the verb finishes, okay? And pay attention to the pronunciation too. Let's consider now how do we make the negative. In this example, we can see they don't play video games, they read a book. And here you can see She doesn't eat chocolate. She eats fruits. Okay? Well, so as you can see here, to make the negative of the present simple, you are going to use two auxiliary verbs. One is don't and the other is doesn't. We use don't when we talk about I, you, we, they, and we use doesn't when we talk about he, she, it, okay? And of course, the base verb. In both cases, the base verb is the same. Here, you are not going to use the extra s, okay? Because you have this s already mentioned here, okay? So the verb is the same for both cases, all right? Here you have a complete explanation of the negative form. Yes, as we said before, we use the subject I, you, we, they, plus the auxiliary don't, plus the verb. If we talk about he, she, it, we use doesn't and the verb. Yes, and look at this. Here you have that is the base form. We don't use to go, to need, or to speak, okay? We use the base form, okay? Without the to or ing form, okay? So, for instance, you have you speak English, that is the affirmative form, and the negative is you don't speak English. The affirmative we have he speak English. The negative, he doesn't speak English, all right? And as you can see here, the S is not used in the negative form, okay? In the main verb, all right? So, be careful how you use the negative present simple. It's incorrect to say I no live in Japan. Better, in a grammatical way, you have to say I don't live in Japan, okay? And there you have the constructions. Don't means do not, and doesn't means does not, all right? Well, so here you are going to see the interrogative form, okay? The last form of the present simple. So, do you have a shower every day? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Does she study during the week? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Okay? So, in questions, we use this auxiliary verb. In the case of I, you, we, they, we use do. And in the case of he, she, it, we use does in first position. Okay? There you have, very quickly, some examples. Do I get up at 7 o'clock? Do you have dinner at 7? Do we watch television in the evening? Do they go to bed at 10 o'clock? Yes, I do. Yes, we do. Okay? No, I don't. No, we don't. No, they don't. The same happens with does. Okay? We use does with he, she, it. Remember, does he watch television? Does she go to school? Does the dog play with Cindy? Yes, he does. Yes, she does. Yes, it does. No, he, she, or it doesn't. Okay? So, in short, we have some examples here as refers to the affirmative, the negative, and the interrogative form. They have breakfast every day at 8:30 a.m. They don't have yogurt for breakfast. Do they have bacon for breakfast? Yes, they do. No, they don't. This is an example, okay? And if we talk about the third person singular, in this case, he, we can say in the affirmative, He goes to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. In the negative form, he doesn't go to work at 8 a.m. In the interrogative form, does he go to work by car? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. He goes by bus. Well, thanks for your attention. Do you have any questions? Yes? No? Great. See you soon. Bye bye.